The month of July is going to be really, really interesting. And that's not a bad thing, though on the world stage it might look like it's quite chaotic. But July is the first month that when I took a look in psychically to see what was coming up, that I wasn't shown this incredible dichotomy between like the massive polarity that's happening on this planet. Every month I take a look at the astrology, the energetic archetypes, and also just intuitively what's coming up for lightworkers, healers, way showers, and other people that are here consciously doing their spiritual work to be the light on the planet, to help during this time of evolution and exploration of human consciousness. So that's to put it mildly. We are in for some very interesting times, and I'll share something that's kind of embarrassing with you. I've always said I am going to just look into the energy and I'm going to report it authentically. I'm not going to hold back what I see, because that's a practice that I, over the years, have learned it really serves me well, not to censor myself. But when I tuned into July, it was the sun. And the sun, like as though I was hanging out just a few 100 kilometers from it in outer space, taking up, it was actually only a piece of the sun because I was so close to it. But this feeling that came through moved me to the point that I was in tears. It was so beautiful. There was this divine love energy that honestly was, so beautiful. I didn't want to leave this energy at all, and I wanted just to stay there. I had tears pouring down my cheeks, and then I was like, oh damn, now I have to make a video about my energy update for July about how it was so full of divine love. And I hate doing that because it's not everybody's normal experience, and there's a part of my human ego that is like, oh god, that's so lame. But I know that if I weren't going to share that with you, I wouldn't be doing my job. If we haven't met yet, hi, I'm Casey, and I support lightworkers, healers, way showers through the evolutionary process of really tapping into, expanding, and then sharing their soul gifts with the world. And I really, really, really love talking about the divine love and the beautiful energies that can come through, but a part of me doesn't, because I know not everybody gets it. But this energy update is specifically for the people who've been doing their light work, their shadow work, their healing work, and you know that that loving energy is available to us now. So when we are looking into the month of July, I think we're going to have a really good time if we have been doing the work to be able to be open and actually receptive to this energy, to this Christ consciousness, divine love, the solar upgrades, all of the light codes and all of that stuff that just is really, really beautiful, that exemplifies where it is we're headed as a planet. But that kind of light, that level of light, feels like an attack and very overwhelming to the nervous systems of people who are still holding a lot of fear and separation and trauma in their body. So what I foresee is on the world stage, stuff is going to continue to be quite crazy, and it's going to really aggravate a lot of people and honestly make them very mad, because it's going to be quite intense. And there's going to still be that very polarized set of experiences on this planet where some people are like, oh my gosh, the energy is so divine. This is amazing. My heart is open. It's so good. And other people that are literally feeling like everything is going to hell in a handbasket and it's worse than it's ever been. So I don't want you to be looking at the world stage when you are wanting to see what's happening. Follow the energy. If your heart is open and you have eyes to see, it is going to be so, so magical. And our role and your job and my job as people who have the capacity to feel this is not to shut up about it and keep it secret. It's really about allowing it to inspire our own inner light and letting it shine, especially because we have a ton of Leo energy coming in July and then, of course, August. But the sun starts off in Cancer as I am speaking into this. The watery sign of Cancer, that is an archetype of, the householder and our intimate relationships. And this is a beautiful time for us to really make sure that we have what we need in that intimate level of support with our friends, with our family, with our partners, because we can't be doing this whole thing alone. The whole lone wolf experience, the whole I'm a starseed and I was planted into a family of people who don't understand me. We can't play that game anymore. We have to be exemplifying what it means to be interdependent, not codependent. We're healing that. Interdependent, and have really profound connections. And if you don't have them yet, we can be setting intention to really start to create more of that in our life, because it does take time to cultivate. And so as the sun is in Cancer, it's going to be illuminating things that we don't have and that we may want. And if there's, instability in the relationship, it's going to highlight that for us. But you already know what to do in order to make the moves that you need. You know what to do. You just might not want to do it. We're going to have this lensing or perspective of the fiery Leo archetype coming in, actually starting on July the 2nd as Mercury goes into Leo. And this is really our lensing of how we're seeing the world, how we're perceiving the world, our beliefs around the world from that Leo archetype. And now Leo in its shadow can be narcissistic, self-absorbed, vain, look at me. But in its ascended form, Leo is as radiant as the sun that I saw. It's about inner radiance and shining in service, shining to light up the world for other people, to inspire them, to give them life, to give them warmth. It's literally life-giving energy. And so that fiery Leo perspective that's coming in with the lens from the Mercury energy is about letting yourself see the world as a place that needs your freaking light, where you don't dull yourself down for others, but you actually allow yourself to shine in service to the divine, in service to yourself, in service to other people. And when I say service to self, it's to fill yourself up first so that you can then share with others. And so many of us have dulled our light down for the comfort of others. I know I have. That's been a huge journey for me because I am naturally a very fiery person. I have a lot of the Sagittarius energy, but I'm pretty joyful and exuberant, and people don't like that. If they're not there, they're like, how dare you be happy and shine and do things that make you happy and live your truth. How dare you do that? Because I'm not doing that. It can really trigger people. So we have to remember, it is doing it out of that ability that we have to let our light shine that could give other people permission to do the same, in the words of Marianne Williamson, right? And you're doing them a disservice every time you hide your light, because it's not giving them that opportunity to see what it looks like. Even if they don't like it, the sun shines anyway. The sun doesn't care if you're hungover. The sun just says, go put on some shades. I still have to do my job. My job is to shine. That is your job as a light worker, a way shower. It's not to hide anymore. This is not that time. And so the new moon in Cancer that's coming up on July 5th is really going to be a profound time for you to be setting the intentions that you want to cultivate throughout the month. And some of that could be about illuminating your inner radiance, and some of it could certainly be about your intimate relationships and really deepening it. And I'm just feeling this energy of allowing people to know you at a deeper level in your intimate life, right? Really allowing yourself to be vulnerable, to be seen, to speak your truth, but also to be able to receive that from others in that beautiful, intimate reciprocity, whether it's from friends, from family. And if you don't have that, don't think for a moment that you're doing it wrong. It's just that you get to set intention to bring it in, to cultivate it. And that means that you have to be willing to do it for yourself first, to be intimate with yourself, to be able to speak your truth from your heart to your own brain and really communicate about who you are and what you need to you. Because some of us are so good at hiding and masking our heart's desires and our soul essence that we don't even know who we are to ourselves. And we can't do that in this new world, in this new level of the game that we are being that we are playing, that we are being called into more and more and more authenticity and responsibility. Whew. Then July 11th, we have Venus coming into Leo. And the Venus energy is about your inner beingness. Yes, your divine feminine, but it's representing your core essence expression. And so the Leo energy is going, what actually makes you feel absolutely radiant, shiny, in your element, on fire with passion and delight? Do more of that, no matter what it feels like, because a lot of times the things that make us the happiest can feel kind of frivolous, and we're so used to working and being serious and in divine service and blah 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 blah, or in our relationships, doing our healing, whatever work, parental responsibilities, whatever you got in your life, that we can forget to make the time to do the things that actually give us the most energy, that make us feel the most radiant. For me, it's silly. It's like dancing and being in my hula hoops and things like that. And when I don't cultivate enough time for the things that make me feel like I'm on fire with love and passion and energy and, I'm just radiant, my ability to do the rest of my work really does falter. We need that light. We need that bright energy, the passion, the spark, the fuel in order to do things and keep it going. So it's about doing the things that light you up to stoke your inner fire so that you can shine, so that you can let your freak flag out to fly, so that you can be you authentically without hiding it. So this is all of these Leo energies that are coming in. And the sun is going to move into Leo later in the month. But before that, on July 20th, we have Mars in Gemini, Mars being the divine masculine, but really representing our actions, the action steps that we're taking, as opposed to our beingness. And the vibe to really make it cohesive with that Venus energy and the Cancer energy from the sun, it's about letting the air energy of Gemini's playfulness and lightness come in as well. Light is not just bright and shiny. Light is also not dense, not heavy. It's how much fun can we have with this? But there's also this opportunity to take actions to really speak your truth, to share your truth, to voice your opinions. First with yourself, because you got to be honest with yourself, but then also with the world. And that speaking your truth energy with Gemini in Mars, and Mars in Gemini and the Venus in Leo could be this really glorious, beautiful dance. And this will help you really be in your soul purpose, right? Because you're here to shine, to share, to express, to be yourself. And from that place of authenticity, do your soul work in the world. So there's going to be a full moon on July 21st in Capricorn. And this is the stuff where you go and you release the stuff that's in the way of your legacy being what you're here to build from your authentic expression. And so that intention of releasing whatever's in the way about you doing your soul work and building the big things that you're here to build. And when I say big, it might be, just your family lineage, but it could be something bigger, that retreat center or that foundation or that modality you're here to bring forward or that book you're here to write. So if you have something on your heart, a legacy you're here to leave for the future generations to make the world a better place, and I know you do if you're still watching this, time to dissolve the blocks that you have about moving forward with that, because Capricorn energy is legacy building energy where you do the practical aligned action steps to actually create this in the tangible, in the physical realm, not just in the dream realm. And the sun moving into Leo on July 22nd right after is going to, I think, give us all a confidence boost to be yeah, you know what? I can and I will show up and shine and share my gifts, speak my truth, and build my legacy. And so much of your legacy is about communication. So working with all of these together, right? While we still have that Mars and Gemini energy, the communication of what it is that you're here to do and speaking your truth is just such a big vibe for this entire summer. If you're like me in the Northern Hemisphere, winter, if you are in the Southern Hemisphere. And we do have Mercury moving into Virgo on July 25th. And Virgo is the energy of the sacred priest or priestess who does work with earth energy in a very like linear way to get things done. It's very practical. It's very tangible. So all of this is coming through to help you make your dreams a reality. And so I want to say the vibe of this month is really about like shining your light, but getting shit done, not just leaving it in dreamland. Okay. This is all about what can we say and what can we do and what can we get started and what can we continue that's really aligned with what we're here to do. So I have dubbed this for me, and again, apologies if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, just switch to winter, but this is Soul Talk Summer for me. I am inviting myself to share my voice, to speak my truth at the next level. And I have gone through the energy of hiding my voice, not talking about my magic, and really like censoring myself because of worry and fear about what other people are going to think. And so I have healed this in me and activated the power of my voice. It's been a hard one. It was not easy. I had to do a lot of repatterning of the fear in my body and in my brain, but I do have tools to support with this that I have proven and that I have shared with hundreds, if not thousands of students now that truly make this easier. So I want to share with you 2 resources that you can use that will help activate your voice and help you shine your light. So I do have my free Frequency Upgrade Academy. The link is in the show notes, and you can do that for free, and it's going to give you my favorite practices like how to activate your sparkle field, which is basically shifting your frequency into one where you are a radiant freaking star and you are magnetic to people like your soul family, and you are able to shine and show up as you. It's also got a great side effect of making it so that you don't pick up people's ick. It doesn't stick, their projections or their energy. So it's great for people who feel like they're an empath who like soaks up other people's energy. And because the world is going to continue to be quite crazy out there, I highly recommend learning this tool. There is about an hour's worth of different really potent, powerful energy tools and techniques that I have honed and cultivated throughout time. There's also some activations for your soul voice in there and so much more. So my favorite tools packed into that free video training series. I also do have a membership where we are going in full force for Soul Voice Summer, where we're going to be looking at how you can speak your truth and how you can practice doing that, and how you can channel your divinity and speak it out so that you can be this beautiful expression of your divine essence and just an illuminated speaker that people are really feeling the energy of, because you're going to need that in order to build your legacy. So you can join us inside the Abundant as Fuck Lightworker membership. And I do have a code for you where you can try it out for $11 and give it a try. It's no contracts. You don't have to continue with it. It does go up to $44 a month after that. But in there, I have things to rewire the mind, activations to support your soul. We have aligned action practices and master classes and all kinds of amazing things to help you be this light. I also do have a few spaces available to work with me privately in a one-on-one mentorship to unleash your voice and really tune into your soul purpose, your soul truth, and expand your soul gifts. So this is specifically for people who are light workers, healers, who have done work on their journey and they are ready for a freaking rocket ship to blast off and help them amplify all of the magic that they already have. You can book a single session with me, a soul journey and alchemy activation, to see if this is the next step for you. I have the link as well in the notes. But I am just so freaking excited because the energy that is coming in, truly, if you are open and you are relaxed and you are in flow and you are not really like in that nervous system activation where you're throwing up your shields and you can't feel it, the energy of July is going to be so freaking divine, and I want you to be able to feel it. So if you are someone who does need more support, make sure that you are receiving it to clear out the stuff that is really hindering you from being able to fully be in this energy that is blessing us right now with the beautiful crystalline and Christ consciousness codes that are here to upgrade us, body, mind, heart, and soul. I also do have a free Facebook group that you can come and hang out in, where we will be doing more lives for Soul Talk Summer, more soul voice activations, and just have community connection with people who are doing this work too, because we're not supposed to be doing it alone. So please play with this energy. Don't make it feel too heavy. Don't make it feel like a burden. Oh my God, I have to speak my truth and share my voice. This is for you to really, really feel like it is time to liberate your expression, but you don't have to do it all at once. Do it in ways that feel safe to you. I have so many tools and techniques and tricks that I can share. So please make sure that you are hanging out in my world, and we will talk soon. Thank you so much for being here. It's an exciting time to be alive. I know it's intense. I am not denying that. But if we tune into the energy rather than the physical reality, then we can feel where it is we're headed, and it is so, so good. So, sending you so much love. Have a beautiful July. We'll talk soon. I love you.